Honor, Greg Nicholas, Minister Holder, members of the board, fellow laureates, distinguished guests. Thank you for being here this evening. I am very honored to be a recipient of the Lieutenant-Governor's Award. Thank you for this wonderful honor and for creating this occasion of celebration. Over these past few weeks, I've been thinking about this moment and that I should have to give a short speech, and I've been thinking carefully about what I should say, what would be appropriate. Should I talk about my life as an artist, my life in New Brunswick, my life as an artist in New Brunswick? As I considered all these topics and their possible combinations, I was reminded of the opening paragraph of Virginia Woolf's essay, A Room of One's Own, in which she is contemplating all of the possible interpretations of her topic, women and fiction. She says, the title Women in Fiction might mean women and what they are like, or it might mean women and the fiction that is written about them, or it might mean women in the fiction that they write. Or it might mean that somehow all three are inextricably mixed together. Woolf suggests that it is this last possibility that is the most interesting way to consider her subject. Likewise, I also realized that these topics, my life as an artist, and New Brunswick, are inextricably mixed. They are bound together. So it is perhaps impossible to deal with them separately. Although I was born in Montreal and lived for a few years in Halifax as a young adult, I have spent my entire life in this province. For 47 of my 51 years, I have lived in New Brunswick, and most of these years have been spent right here in Fredericton. In fact, I have actually been living in this very neighborhood for most of my life. I grew up on Inglewood Drive, and I now live right around the corner on Rookwood Avenue. I attended Mount Allison in the 80s. In those days, graduating fine arts students were urged by the faculty to leave New Brunswick. If you weren't bold enough to head straight to New York City, the undisputed center of the art world at the time, then at least have the common sense to go to Toronto, the respectable Canadian option. It was sort of implied that New Brunswick was no place to start a career in the arts. Serious artists lived in cities. To be fair, it probably wasn't bad advice. In those days, before the internet and globalization, the big city was where it was all happening. The city is the best place to see art and therefore to have your work seen. Cities have communities, cities have opportunities. I believed all this to be true, and in a way, it is still true. Of course, I wanted to live in New York or Toronto, but I just never got around to it. Life didn't take me there. Now, I am reflecting on the impact that staying in New Brunswick has had on my career, and I'm thinking it's been really good for me. It was perhaps the perfect place for my career, for my life in the arts. Here in New Brunswick, I found room that I might not have had in a larger center. I have had opportunities to show my work, to exhibit my work, and I have received generous support in the form of funding. I'm extremely grateful to the province of New Brunswick and the Arts Board for many years of assistance in the form of creation grants and travel grants. These have been incredibly important because they've allowed me to make my work, the work that I wanted to make, without worrying about commercial success. And I've been able to create without pressure, which gives an artist the opportunity to take risks, to explore, and to develop. I just want to make good work, interesting work, and work that is as good and as interesting as anything I see when I go to Toronto or New York. And if I can do that from here, surrounded by all this beauty and clean air, then I am privileged, not disadvantaged. So I am very grateful to the province of New Brunswick. Thank you for this award of recognition. Thank you to artsnb and to my nominator, Terry Graff, from the Beaver Art Gallery, and to those who wrote letters supporting my nomination. I would also like to acknowledge the meaningful friendship and creative support of my colleagues at the New Brunswick College of Craft and Design. I wish to thank my family and friends, those who are here and those who are not, for everything, for all their love and support, without which nothing is anything. Virginia Woolf has famously proposed that a woman must have money and a room of her own if she is to write fiction. This is precisely what the province has given to me to create my work, money and a room of my own.
Awesome.
Thank you.